Los Angeles Chargers. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Chargers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. He was brought down by Trayvon Mullen. Well, this defense for the Raiders, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Sebastian Joseph Day on the stop. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 23-yard line.
Back to throw. McAllister. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 3rd and 2, McAllister. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. A nice throw right there. And, Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see? That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on his
touchdown. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Throwing on first down. McAllister. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, McAllister. And it's complete to Adams. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Mooney. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
11 more yards. That's another Chargers.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Bilal Nichols able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the turn.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Jacobs from the gun, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
On 3rd down, McAllister. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. After the turnover, here's Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Going deep here for Allen. And that is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Bilal Nichols forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion by watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down. They snap it to Herbert. Got his man. It's Williams. And the Chargers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively,
touchdown, Chargers! His second touchdown on the season. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Off the play fake. McAllister. He's airing it out for Williams. He's got him in. Complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears weren't realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the